Hollywood is ecstatic. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey just might be on its way to $1 billion, exceeding expectations after the backlash that rained down every time a trailer found its way to YouTube. So, what's really going on? Well, what if we told you it's not time to celebrate just yet? We've got to see what's going to happen in weekend number 3, because Spider-Man, yes, Spider-Man, just might be Christopher Nolan's arch nemesis. It's a wonderful day, folks. Welcome back to the channel that continues to let you know what's on the way, keeping you ahead of the culture curve. It's what we do, and we do it for free. All we need is a click of the like button, and let's swing on in. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man just might be the antidote to a very successful Odyssey afloat on a wave of wokeness. Spider-Man just might be a big problem for the Odyssey, but the market is not yet seeing the potentiality. Forbes is reporting this: the Odyssey is drastically outpacing Oppenheimer's box office. Sure it is, and it's true, but it might not be doing so for much longer. We'll explain. Paul Tassi writing this one. He loves us. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey has already set critical and audience review records for his films. The movie's opening weekend box office has surpassed expectations. But if there's a more direct comparison, that would be 2024 Best Picture winner Oppenheimer, another large-scale R-rated film from Nolan, which I would say relied slightly less on IMAX than this one, and I'll explain why that matters in just a moment. It says we have figures from just under 1 week of the Odyssey's wide release starting from last Thursday, July 16th. Currently, the movie's total haul is $303 million worldwide, with likely another $15 to $20 million coming in when Wednesday's figures arrive. And that's what we expect as well. That is well outpacing Oppenheimer, which earned $230 during its first week. But even past that, the Odyssey is outpacing 2008's The Dark Knight, which earned $260 million in its first weekend. Reminder, though, when we compare to 2008, inflation is a part of that, and The Dark Knight was not heavily relying on IMAX ticket prices. It says it will not, however, pass The Dark Knight Rises, which earned $370 million. Okay. Now, it goes on to talk about Oppenheimer made $975, just short of the $1 billion mark. And everybody's talking about, can the Odyssey break $1 billion? Well, here's the thing, folks. When we're comparing the Odyssey where it is today to Oppenheimer, where it was in the same number of days, 303 to 230, if you consider what we've been talking about before, that the price for the Odyssey tickets is 50% beyond what a normal ticket price is, you start to see that maybe this is selling similar numbers in terms of tickets sold. And you might say, well, that's great still, because Oppenheimer is considered a huge success. And I agree. The problem is going to be that Oppenheimer had a good long run with Barbenheimer, right? You remember the Barbenheimer effect. Mm-hmm. But Oppenheimer didn't face a big film that was going to knock it out of theaters. That all changes after the second weekend. So while I still believe that we're going to see a big weekend for the Odyssey, it's the third weekend where I think things change and the gas could run out of the tank. We've got this out of Marvel.com. Spider-Man Brand New Day final trailer spotlights Peter Parker's journey. It says watch the final trailer, and now they're putting out the images of Spider-Man carrying Zendaya. You know, so that all the Tom Holland, Zendaya fans out there, you're going to get what you want. I don't know who you are, but you get it. You want it. You got it. And Spider-Man is now being called, the projections have it somewhere around $1.3 to $1.5 billion for its box office run. Those are the projections right now. Could go up, could go down, depending on the reviews. But guys, I want to give this to you. I think that those who believe the Odyssey is going to run hand in hand with Oppenheimer, I think that might not go the way they think it is because of Spider-Man. So I was curious what you guys think. Will Spider-Man swing in and put a hurting on Chris Nolan, or do these movies both perform equally well together? And we do see what they're hoping for with the Odyssey.
I can't imagine a world in which Spider-Man is going to make an estimated $500 million to $700 million in its opening weekend worldwide, and the Odyssey is still pulling hundreds of millions of dollars at the same time. I know Spider-Man is not getting the IMAX theaters, obviously, because it's staying with the Odyssey for about a month, but it is going to get the Dolby theaters. It is going to get the 4DX theaters. It's going to get a whole bunch of premium screens. So I think that Spider-Man is going to be a disruptor here. I think anyone who still thinks that the Odyssey is going to have a terrible second weekend is kidding themselves at this point. It's going to probably perform very, very well this weekend. But again, the question that I have been saying since this movie came out is it possible to make $1 billion just selling IMAX tickets, because that's what this movie is doing. It's only selling IMAX tickets for the most part.
Well, let's talk about that, because, you know, one of the things I've said Hollywood could learn is, turns out, and I'm not advocating for this, but turns out you raise the movie ticket prices like crazy, you make a lot more money. But some people have told me, and I'm agreeing with them, I believe, that you could only do this, you know, once every few years, and you can only do it with somebody like a Christopher Nolan, who presents this as a spectacle that must be seen. You've got the FOMO issue. You know, we saw this with James Cameron with Avatar, like, you have to see it in this format, this way, and therefore you must pay this crazy amount of money, and that raises the box office. But, you know, I don't think, Marv, I'm kind of with you. I don't think that you can run forever on people just going to IMAX. And all of the non-IMAX is about to go to Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man is going to be, this Spider-Man movie is going to be massive. I saw a tweet yesterday that said 700 million worldwide opening weekend. I don't know how accurate.
Oh, holy moly.
But I mean, I've been hearing 500 million for a while, and I believe it. I do believe it, because it's Spider-Man, and it's following up No Way Home, which was such a tremendous success. So, I mean, we're going to see.
So, Lorne, the thing here is that Spider-Man is going to pull the same demographic as the Odyssey. This is not a Barbenheimer situation where women go to see Barbie, men go to see Oppenheimer. These two films will be competing for the same demographic, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't really know how to call this, though, because typically I wouldn't bet against Spider-Man. I think the Spider-Man movies have been very successful, but the trailers really have done nothing for me for this latest one. Now, I know Marv has a theory about what he thinks is going to happen in the movie, and I think that if he's right, then I'm wrong. I'll put it that way. But I'm still thinking the Odyssey is kind of a weird one to call, because, as you said, it's been doing fine with IMAX. The ticket price increase in that format is helping it. But I think the second weekend drop-off is going to be less than we thought. And I don't know what...
I would think 45% is where I would put it right now on the drop-off that I'm expecting.
I had heard somewhere around 40. I had seen as low as 38, but again, that might be wishful thinking.
Well, let me toss this to you, Lauren. Okay, I don't mean to sidebar you on this, but I think that if people like Ben Shapiro had come out and condemned the film, and others had said, you know, this is a woke film, yada yada, I think you would have seen a more significant drop-off. I think the fact that conservatives are split, that's actually driving conservatives now to say, well, I want to go see for myself if it's woke or not.
Well, yeah, I think that's some of it. I think there's a general curiosity about what all the fuss is about. And I think that there are some people that just like to go and see epics, and so they're going to go see epics. One of the things that's going to work against the Odyssey is it's a 3-hour film. So I can't see people going back for repeat viewings. That's going to factor into the drop-off as well. It's like, I'm trying to say Oppenheimer. The Odyssey is going to be a really weird one to call. Now, I've said before, I haven't watched the movie, so I can't give an analysis of what the movie actually is. Everything that I've been basing my analysis on is what I have heard the director and the talent say about it on the promotional tour, and what I have heard people I trust say about the movie. So I've been coming at it from that angle. I'll admit, even I'm getting curious at this point. I don't think that I would enjoy this movie, but there's a part of me that is morbidly curious, because the spread on opinions on this thing has been wild.
And I feel badly because, you know, I'm not one of the ones who's on the wild side. I'm in the middle. I said it was I mean, it wasn't terrible like Animal Farm was. It wasn't wonderful like Project Hail Mary was. It was just 2 hours of a slog to get through to a John Wick film at the end. Jonas, 212 to 228 is what they're predicting right now at Box Office Theory. Sean Robbins, I think that's domestically. So an opening of 212 to 228. That's insane. Marv, is that domestic only?
I think domestic. Yeah.
Holy moly. Okay. Well, Jonas.
Yeah. Because worldwide they were saying upwards of 500.
Okay. Well, Jonas, here's the deal. If this is just, we are now just dealing with logic. If Spider-Man comes in and makes 212 to 228, there's only so much bandwidth of transactions that happen at movie theaters. There's only so much money. There's only so many moviegoers. If it makes 212 to 228, it will sink the Odyssey, because that's everybody that is interested in movies going to see this movie. Like, that's it. You can't, there's not much more, there's very few more potential buyers who are not going to see Spider-Man that might go see the Odyssey. Am I wrong about that?
No, I don't see why anyone would go see the Odyssey. I like movies to be entertaining, generally speaking, and this seems pretty divisive on whether or not it's actually entertaining. So you really, if you want to be that 4 quadrant, you want to get to $1.5 billion, there has to be somebody who absolutely loves the movie. And I don't think pretension is something that people are interested in handing $1 billion to. I'm surprised at the box office for this second weekend. I'm not really a box office prediction kind of guy. I hang out with a lot of box office prediction people. So I don't know. I don't see this as beating Spider-Man, because Spider-Man
no.
Obviously has Tom Holland in it, but you know what it has that the Odyssey doesn't have? It's Tom Holland and Zendaya in a relationship.
Mm.
Well, I think that might be breaking news, eh? Tom Holland, Zendaya. Wait a minute, I'm hearing... Jonas?
What?
I'm hearing in my headset that Tom Holland and Zendaya have in fact been dating or married or whatever they are forever. Like since birth.
Not forever, but pretty long time. They secretly got wed at some point. Much like MJ and Spider-Man.
So the anti-Taylor Swift that way, eh? In secret.
Right.
Hey, Hollywood, I guess you're making a lot of money off that marriage. Keep those two together. If they break apart, you're losing lots of money. They're in the Odyssey. They're in Spider-Man. They're a duo making, I don't know what's my D word for a whole lot of money. Lots of dinero. One of the greatest things we get to do each and every day is speak out and reach out to folks who don't know how entertainment works. And frankly, we think entertainment matters so much. It's why we do what we do. And you can help us send this out to even more folks. Click that like button, share, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. And wouldn't you know it, folks, we're even on Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/WDW Pro. We've got to go, but until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.